Hey guys, so Ross RC here. Today I'm going to change it up a little bit. This video is not going to be about running my RCs or doing installation of parts or anything like that. You might be wondering what I'm doing here with these parts here. So the other day I was browsing YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, eBay, and I saw these metal tire racks. They look pretty cool. And, you know, you get them from China or something, and they're not really that expensive. For 15-20 bucks you can get a very decent one. One issue is they're somewhat small. Even the biggest one that I found for crawler tires, maybe you can do 6/8 lengthwise, no, top and bottom. Just gonna get some of those, a couple of those, but then I'm thinking, you know, maybe make it a little bit fun, try to make some myself. At first I thought about using wood, the wooden rods, and you know, cut a couple of 2x4s or something like that. Went to Home Depot, looked around, realized that is not really that cost effective. Again, I don't mind paying a little bit for a little DIY project, but it's just that, you know, I found that 1x4 is probably best for the side of the tire rack, and those kind of boards was running $1.50 per feet. And you know, I was thinking, you know, if I want to do a long one, I might need 3 pieces, 1 feet high each, and then gonna run some horizontal support. It's gonna run about, you know, $8-7, and I gotta get the wooden rods. They go for about, again, $1.50 each. It adds up. Like I said, you know, if I'm going to end up spending $20-25 on the material, I might as well just buy the metal racks. Then I looked around the piping section, saw these PVC pipes, and I was thinking, you know, it's probably easier. Again, I wouldn't have to do any woodworking, don't have to cut anything, and cost wise it was going to be about the same, $15-20, but I was thinking the construction would be easier, and then I can paint it. You can also stain or paint wood, but it's just PVC is probably easier to paint. Anyway, so I ended up kind of stood around looking like an idiot for half an hour, just kind of drafting up the plan in my head, and ended up buying, you need a bunch of T's and a bunch of elbows. I'm just gonna do 2 levels, top and bottom. I thought about doing 3, but then the rack would be pretty damn high. You know, I don't have you look around, I don't have any room to put that. So it's gonna be 2 levels. Lengthwise, it's gonna be 1 of these pipes. I think they're 2 feet long, and these are pretty sturdy, so I don't need a middle piece to support it. Should be able to put a lot of tires on the rack, and I got a whole bunch of spray paint that I'm sitting in my garage, so I can pick whatever color I want, paint it up. Now, in order to, you know, I gotta have to run some of these in the middle, the pipe, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of cuts. The lengthwise, the 4 tubes is gonna run 2 on the top, 2 on the bottoms are very easy, no cutting required. But on the vertical side, I'm gonna make some cuts. You know, I don't have a lot of tools. Well, I do have some tools, but I have a hacksaw. I don't want to start hacksawing it. It'll take forever. Looked around on Amazon. You can get one of these cutting tools for PVC pipes, probably other stuff, other plastic pipes. And this guy runs about $8. It's the Amazon choice. Ratings wise, 4 out of 5 stars, good enough. Like I said, like I did some calculation, I'm gonna need, I don't know, maybe 10-20 cuts. You know, this is gonna be more than enough. I mean, this does add to the cost, but it's a tool, right? So I could keep it around for future projects. This actually looks a lot better quality than I was expecting, and bigger too. So this shouldn't make the cutting a lot easier. Anyways, I'm gonna run a piece here, and then another piece like this, sorry, like this, and then no, two more in the back. Might have to go up a little bit, maybe leaving up room so I can put the bigger tires in the bottom, and then another rack at the top. Yeah, this is actually, I didn't even think about it. I might not even need the bottom piece, but I might do it just get a little bit more support at the bottom. The reason why I wanted to do this, I got this big Tupperware here. Got just a big box of tires. Got tires laying around here and there, blah blah blah. And I mean, it's fine storing it like this. It'll be better if I have a little rack that I can store it. Will look better. Looks a lot cooler. And I can see it all the time, because if I put these things away in a box, I keep forgetting about them, and you know, they just sit in the box forever. So I want to maybe put it in the back here, maybe run the rack alongside on the back of my workbench here, or I don't know. I'll find a good space for it. But either way, I know this will be this shouldn't be too big of a project. It should be I should be able to do this over the weekend, and get it painted as well. Alright, guys, I started cutting the PVC pipe here. So just wanna do a quick, just wanna show you guys quickly how to do this. Tools got coming like this. The blades look all weird, you know, but you know, instructions very clear. Spread it, right? These things are gonna lock, you know, one channel at a time. So you just kind of keep squeezing it until you get tighter and tighter. And it's actually fairly easy to cut this, right? You know, you can't really. I up here I only have a pen. It doesn't really stay on the PVC pipe. I don't have any pencil or anything like that, so I just use a little electrical tape to mark where I'm cutting. Right, see, squeeze, get the blades closer, right, set on the, right, line it up to the middle, right here, where the blade is, squeeze, right, and you squeeze as far as you can, release, and then squeeze. So every squeeze you get, you're gonna get, the blades are gonna close up on it, just like that, bam. Doesn't really require too much force, you know. Should be able to do it one-handed. And yeah, this is kind of a pretty neat tool. Makes cutting PVC pipe very easy. Just one more note on this. This is definitely $8 well spent on this tool to cut this. If I didn't buy this, I'll be out in my garage, you know, using my hacksaw, hacking this away. It would take forever. But just be careful though, for those of you who have like a table saw or something like that. You know, I read that, you know, PVC pipe shavings, you know, if you inhale it, it actually could be toxic. So be very careful depending on what tools you're going to be using. Just read up on Google real quick and see what the do's and don'ts. I believe, you know, if you have a table saw, people recommend that you use a blade for cutting metal. It's the best for PVC pipes, but again, be very careful, wear a mask or something like that so you don't inhale stuff. Or just spend a few bucks to buy this. This is a lot easier for small projects like this. It will literally save you a lot of time. I'm glad I made this purchase. Yeah, so especially, you know, this whole entire thing will probably take less than 20 cuts, 10-15 cuts. So this is ideal tool for this. Need a few cuts here. These little pieces. I want to connect the elbows. This will serve at the bottom of my the tire rack on one side. Looking around on the elbows, this is a little flat spot here, so this will probably be better. Make this the bottom. Right, so these will stand a little bit better. So this little coupler here, connector here, I measured it. It takes about 10 millimeter of of pipe in here, so times 2, 20. Voila, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to make a few more cuts. So these guys are going to run across. So you should by now kind of get an idea what I'm trying to achieve here. We'll cut a short piece here, lift it up, and then a short piece, the second layer, the second layer on top, and then this guy finishes up at the top here. So it'll be about a foot and a half tall, and then 2 feet wide, 2 feet long lengthwise. So yeah, we continue to work on this. This electrical tape method definitely works fairly well. Just kind of slide it back, measure 2 centimeter, right? Just did it a couple of times, and then cut, and then just keep moving down the tape down, so I can line up the cuts much better than this in there. This in there. And I want 90 degrees angle. 90 degrees angle here. When I was doing the research on this, as I was standing in that PVC pipe aisle, a lot of people actually do PVC pipe projects. They treat it as like a craft. And take a look. People come up with pretty cool stuff using PVC pipes. I'm trying to make sure that these guys line up close enough. So again, definitely too close. I want to figure out how much distance I want on each here. Actually, let me do with the 2 pieces here. I can do this. Hang on a second. Give me 1 second, guy. I'm trying to put these pieces together. Okay, so this is good. By now, just see what I'm trying to do here, right? I'm gonna make another identical piece of this for the top, and I just gotta figure out how much distance I want for each, right? So, tires, you get the biggest tires I got here. Just make sure I got enough room for those. The big tires I can put on top, more rooms, but I'm trying to make it. But having the smaller tires at the bottom may look a little bit odd. Come on, Jesus! All right, stupid box. Maybe I don't want to make. Maybe I don't want to put the biggest tires at the bottom. This thing don't want the rack to be too tall. This is tires off of a Savage, HBI Savage. No, I definitely don't want this to be this tall, or do I? I'm not sure. I wasn't picturing this guy's gonna stand that tall. Make it a little shorter. This is a 2.8 Masher 2000. It's still standing pretty tall. This is not what I was expecting. Might have to put the bigger stuff at the top. Well, let me build another piece of this, and I'll decide what I want to do in terms of height. Okay, getting closer and closer. So I'm holding this in one hand. Again, I do want to put the big tires at the bottom, but oh crap! If I don't want to make it too tall, something's got to give. I can. Yeah, hang on a second. So it also depends, right? I mean, I don't have too many big scale RCs. I have 4 of these. Don't want to make a rack this tall just for 4 tires, while the rest of them will be shorter. So maybe I will store the biggest one up top, make the bottom smaller so that the bottom one make the height of 2.8 tires, maybe like this. This will look decent. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. Okay. I decided to go 12 centimeter between top and the bottom. Maybe I'll cut it down a little bit lower. Looks kind of tall. Another thing is, when I was picturing this in the head, it would look okay, but it looks too skinny, too narrow. So maybe I'll cut a longer piece, expand this out a little bit. It's not really that stable either. So it's a couple of final tuning. That's fine. I purposely cut this a little longer just so if I want to adjust it, I can. It will fit the bigger one. I think I'm gonna depth wise, I'm gonna expand that a little bit, see how it looks, and before I start making it shorter. Okay guys, I think I'm happy with this. So ended up cutting this is about 30 millimeter gap here. Again, the pipe is 2 feet long, and then this piece I left it at 12 centimeter. I think it'll be fine. Even the biggest tires I've got will fit at the bottom rack there. Actually, I've got one that's bigger. The Armor Nero tires. Well, barely fits. It will go in there. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna make it a little bit more versatile. So both bottom and top, I can put the big tires. See different sizes of tires. What do they call 40 series or 3.8? This is 2.8, 2.8. This is the tires 1.9 inch tires from my Barrage, my E6 Barrage. This is a 2.2 Dirt Hog, I believe, and this is my 1/18th scale Reminator tire here. 1/10 short course type of tires up here. This though, like I said, I had to make this a little wider so that it's a little bit more stable. So this is not going to fit anything small, any of the 1/18th scale tires. Those are too small for this. That's fine. Those are usually not the problem. I'll just put those tires in the boxes, and it's really these bigger tires I've got laying around that I want to store. And looking at this, and I'm not going to be able to put too many on here. I mean, I look at all that tires I got. I got a few more somewhere else. I thought this was going to be enough. Apparently not, right? If this is a set of 4 here, 1, 2, 3, maybe 2 sets of short course, 3 sets of short course tires. But no, I'm happy with this. This is kind of cool. I'll paint it. Figure out what color I want, black or maybe something a little more flashy. I'll find out this weekend when I actually have time to paint it. Now, cost wise, let me run through the cost with you. These 1/2 inch, 2 feet long PVC pipes in Home Depot, they are about, I want to say 80 cents. I think 80 cents each. I had to buy 6 of them. I used up almost all of them. I got a few pieces left here. So you need 6 of these. No, that's up $4.80. Elbows and tees. Elbows are, I forget which one, but you buy them in bulk. Bulk meaning 10 or more. So buy 10 pieces or more. I bought 10 of each. One of these were 26 cents each. The other's 32. I don't remember which one. So 26, 32. You're looking at 58 cents times 10, so $5.80 will get you 10 pieces of elbows and 10 pieces of tees. And I have two pieces of tees left and 2 pieces of elbows. So you need 8. Really need 8 of each. So I know with the bulk price, those pieces are pretty much free. So $5.80 $4.80 for the rods, for the pipes. You're looking at so you're looking at 1060. 1060. Oh, is that it? Wow, that's all I pay. I thought I paid a little bit more than that. And the tool here, as I mentioned before, $8 from Amazon. Prices might vary, as you know. That's how Amazon work. About $8. So looking at less than $19, you get a nice rack. Nice rack. Actually, I'll just look at the receipts here. $14.59. Why is that? $14.59. Oh, I'm sorry. The PVC pipes. These are actually $1.51 minus 19 cents. These are actually $1.32. 132 each, not 80 cents. I apologize. 132. So you're looking at a total of $14.59, and plus $8 for the tool. Fairly cheap projects. Kind of fun. I literally spent, I don't know, less than half an hour on this. But this tool makes the cutting a lot easier. So half an hour plus your the time for painting it. Yeah, pretty neat. I might make myself another one. Yeah, and if I have room for it, I'll probably put it along those walls or something like that. But there it is, a DIY tire rack for your RC tires.